Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Super excited to have you here. Make sure you give the video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to join the community. So today's video is probably going to be a little bit controversial, not in a negative way. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings when I talk about this. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from and are able to see what I'm trying to get across. So I want to talk about something that's going to help the collective consciousness, humanity as a whole, yourself personally, and also Mother Gaia. So if you didn't already know, Mother Gaia is going through her own rebirth right now. She's going through many ego deaths. She's becoming a new version of herself. We go through this all the time with our awakenings, and honestly, sometimes it's terrible. So I'm sure you can appreciate how a whole planet going through a rebirth is going to be, it's going to be hard. So if we help her and raise the frequency of the planet, it's going to really help shift her rebirth a lot quicker and easier for her. This is why so many natural disasters are happening right now all around the world, because she's trying to purge out all of the negative, or I won't even say negative because that's not the right word, all of the old frequencies, all the old energy, and she's really trying to bring in the new, which is like the 5D, the new earth. This is what everyone is talking about. So I want to talk about ways to help raise the frequency, and we're only going to be talking about one way to do it today. Of course you can do meditation and you can do yoga and you can do healing, and all of them things really do work, but that's just kind of the basics. And today I want to be talking about something which is more the way you perceive things and how we can really use our thoughts and how we look at things in a way where we're going to help humanity a lot more by just doing the other things. I think everyone focuses on them things, everyone talks about them, and no one talks about this stuff, and it kind of is getting brushed under the rug. And a lot of people can have more of a spiritual ego. I know I have sometimes, and I have to check myself. So, we all go through it. But a lot of people can have the spiritual ego where they focus too much on, are you eating the right things? Are you vegan? Are you helping the planet? Are you buying fast fashion? Are you doing your practices? Are you doing your yoga? Are you meditating? All them things like that, they are amazing, but when we're only focusing on that, we're missing the bigger part of the picture. So I want to talk about neutralizing the energy. You can hear my daughter downstairs shouting at me. So neutralizing the energy is going to be easy in some parts of your life and then really difficult in others. And it's not going to be something you can kind of master in a day or a week. It might even take us a few years, but we may as well start now. She's shouting, Mama. Okay, so let's talk about extreme opposite, like tail end things. I don't know how to get my words out. So like the extreme of neutralizing the energy could be what is happening in Russia and Ukraine right now. To look at it from a neutral place where this is in, it's just terrible. On Russia, the people in Russia, it's terrible for them because I'm sure a lot of them don't want this to happen. It's terrible for Ukraine because, their homes, that people are hurt and they're just losing everything. And it is horrendous. It really is. But we have to try and look at it from a neutral place, and that doesn't mean that not caring about it or not sending them help or love or any of that. It does not mean that. It's just taking a step back and not feeding into what the media is putting out there and what the fear, basically, because everything in the world is happening on purpose. There's things that people are creating, or let's say, beings are creating to put fear into our systems, to lower the vibration of the planet. There's things that beings are creating to try and raise the frequency of the planet, and we need to be able to be neutral and understand that things are happening. Maybe it is in there in the soul's contract, maybe it's not, but it's already happened. So we need to take a step back, not feed into the news and the fear and all of the polarity, and actually we're going to help them more by doing that. We can take a step back and then look at it from a neutral place. And honestly, it's, you know, it's the extreme side of things. So this is going to be the harder one to do than to look at something in your mundane life as, you know, neutral. But the more we can do this, it's going to help raise the frequency of it, and it's going to take I can see it as like a balancing in scales, and everyone is focusing on like the hate of, you know, certain people, and like it's their fault, they did it, blah blah blah. Yes, someone has to, you know, own up to their wrongdoings, but if we're only focusing on that, then we're pulling the frequency down, and it's not only affecting that part of the planet, it's affecting the whole planet. So we need to be able to balance it out and take it from a neutral place. So if we look at it from both ways and see that it's already happened, it's obviously a terrible thing, but if we can try and heal that part of us that literally wants to like scream, and then just be able to just send it love. So we need to be able to look at the situation and see that it's happened, and we need to like accept it. But then we can do that from a neutral place. We can neutralize the energy, sending it healing ourselves when we're maybe angry about it or upset, and healing that so we are able to view it from a different place. Now we're not viewing it from hatred or anger or sadness or lack. Then we're going to be able to actually help them a lot more. So taking that away and then really looking at it, sending them healing, sending them love, sending them physical things that they need from a loving place, not from I'm so freaking pissed off that this has happened to them. And I know that's so extreme, and I know that that's really, you know, might be very difficult to do, but if you're in lack and you're sending everything in lack and anger, then you're just pushing that onto their situation more, and it's gonna keep them in it for longer. We need to be able to neutralize the energy to help them more. And again, I'm not saying that what they've been through isn't terrible, and I'm not saying that it isn't like an awful thing. I am 100% with you on that, but we just need to be able to help them in the most effective way, in the quickest way, and neutralizing the energy really will do that a lot quicker. And if we're sending everything from a negative frequency. So that's the extreme. Let's go to the other extreme. So the everyday mundane things where maybe someone, let's say you're on a bus and someone bashes into you, and you're just so mad, and you're just like, you know, it puts you in a bad mood, and you just want to lash out at this person. Well, take a step back and look at it from a neutral point of view. That person is probably having a bad day. You know, it didn't necessarily mean it. Maybe it's going to learn something, you're going to learn something from that, and learn compassion, how you can give compassion to people when you don't want to give compassion to them. Or maybe you could even reach out and say, are you okay? Like, is there anything I can do to help? Neutralize the energy, so you're not looking at it from a negative point of view, or oh my god, like, you bumped into me because you're like, you're the love of my life, like the extreme. Like, just neutralize everything. Neutralize the energy to really help you be in a neutral place. This also goes in play when you're trying to figure things out in your own life. So neutralize everything in a sense where take it off the pedestal. You don't need that thing, you just, you know, you want it. And even if it is something that you need, even more like reason to get it off the pedestal, because you need it to be neutral so it can be able to attract to you, rather than it's on this pedestal because I feel like it's out of reach, or it's down here because I feel like I'm in lack. Neutralize the energy to stop all of these barriers from getting in your way of receiving this thing. This video could, like, I could go on for ages with talking about examples, but I really do hope that you can see where I'm coming from. It's really difficult to talk about, to get like my thoughts out onto a screen in a video. But basically, neutralizing the energy is going to help raise your frequency, because you're not going to be held on to all of them old grudges. You're not going to be dragged down by the anxiety of not going to be able to get that thing, or am I going to be able to pay the bills this month? And just neutralize the energy. And the ways we can do that, we can, you know, sit and we can think about these things. We can look at it and try and literally look at it from your standing. Let's say if it's me right now, just breathe, take a step back, and then I kind of see it as I'm looking at myself going through this experience, and I'm kind of like my higher self, and my higher self knows that I've got it down. Like, everything always manages to work out in the end. Like, money always manages to come, or the email always manages to get through. Like, whatever it is, it doesn't matter, because whatever is happening because of your soul contract, and it's happening for your highest good. Even if it is she's shouting at him. Even if it is, she's shouting at Ab. Honestly, I cannot wait for them to go back to school. Well, my son, so then I can have a break. Anyways, even if it is a negative thing, because it's like, that's not even neutral, but even if it is one of them things where you just feel like, how is this happening to me right now? This feels crap. But you don't know why that is happening. You don't know what karma that is clearing out of your life. So see everything as neutral. I've literally, let's say I've just gone through this really terrible experience, but in the minute where I'm going through it, I'm just telling myself this is happening for a reason, and I know I'm going to get through it, and I know this is clearing out old karma or old energies that do no longer serve me, and I need to be this new version of me to get the life that I want. So if this is what needs to be cleared, then this is what needs to be cleared. So this is obviously going to help you as your own person, but also help the collective. It's going to help really break down on these egos where people are just like, you know, no, I know better, or this person is right, or all of that. It just feels like it clouds all the judgment, and it actually brings more barriers in rather than helping. And some people think that they're helping by having a strong opinion on things, and maybe in some cases it will, but in this case we're trying to neutralize things to be able to raise the frequency without resistance. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope Isabella shouting Ab a million times did not distract you too much. But yeah, I would love to see your comments below and see what you took back from it, because this is a really confusing topic to talk about when you're not having a conversation and you can't go back and forth. It's just me talking to a screen and hoping you guys understand what I'm on about. So love to see you in the comments below. Also make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.